Hey, what's up, Stripe Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. In a second, we're going to cut to the audio from the headset in the middle of a podcast, but I wanted to bring this to you guys as well here on YouTube because I think some of the information on here and some of the mindset is going to really help you out. Before we start the podcast here, I wanted to go through and do the giveaway that I told you guys about a couple videos ago. So we're going to send out some Ballard stickers, some hard work gloves, and some safety glasses from Ballard Equipment. You guys know that for the past year now, all of 2020, we have had the BB10 10% off code at Ballard, and a ton of you guys have used it and loved it. And I just wanted to say thank you. So I'll throw in some B&B stickers there as well. We're literally a simple giveaway here. There's 90 comments. We're gonna go through and just pick a random person. And if you guys like this stuff, I'll do it more. But because I have tons of things around here that are lawn care related, so I just literally just want to go through randomly. And okay, Spencer the landscaper, you won, dude. You won, Spencer the landscaper. There you go. If it goes on there, so I'm gonna message you, and that's it. So simple, easy giveaway. He's commented, it looks like, on a few of my videos, which is super cool, so I'm glad it went to somebody that stays interactive with my channel. But stick around, guys. I want to give you guys some mindset stuff. We're going to switch it over to the headset audio and start the podcast. All right. We're switching to podcast here in 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to the B&B Lawn Care Podcast. Get ready for another episode of the B&B Lawn Care Podcast, a show that helps you stay positive, overcome challenges in your business, and most importantly, help you make more money in your lawn and landscaping business. Here's your host, Blake Albertson.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. Today is a pretty special day. I always get a little sentimental here around the holidays because it's a time where, you know, you get together with family and things, but it's also a time to reflect a little bit on the previous year. And like when I'm sitting at like a holiday dinner, you know, I don't know why, but I think about my business and I think about the previous year and did I do all I could do? Did I further my business and my family as far as I could? And I know these videos and these podcasts aren't the most fun, and they're not talking about new trucks and new equipment or whatever, but I wanted to give you guys some mindset. So have you ever seen or been around somebody that's really successful in their life and business? And you're like, you know, how did they get to this point? Like maybe they're out at dinner and they pull up in this awesome car, or, you know, they're at this nice house and, you know, it just seems like they've got it all going on. Like how did they get there? Well, you see them for maybe an hour or however long out of their life, okay, where they might be enjoying some of that. But you don't see what happens 360, probably 364 out of the year. You know, they probably take Christmas or something. But guys, I bet these guys are very high level. I mean, I bet they are work all the time. They don't care if it's 8 o'clock at night, midnight, you know, whatever. If they can further their life or their business, they take that opportunity. And I just think that in 2021, like I always reflect on my goals around this time of year. Natalie and I, what do we want? Do we need to adjust any of our goals? In my office, I have a whiteboard here. It has our goals. It has strategies of how we're going to get there. And this is my thought. You know, I feel like everybody, when they're writing their goals, like, okay, I'll tell you this. Natalie and I want to we want to buy some land, okay, and eventually, you know, build a house there and move our family there and build a shop there and move our business there. And that will all come in time. I know for a fact it's all going to happen. Like, I literally know for a fact. But it doesn't, like, my happiness shouldn't be predicated on if that happens or when that happens. Like, I feel like in the previous years, it's always been, 2020, I'm going to get a new truck. And I did get a new truck. But I feel like in 2021, my goals are going to be more about running a truly successful business. And to me, what a truly successful business is what do people say when you're not there about your business? Like, let's say a client is at one of their friends' house, and somehow you get them to talk about your company. And when somebody talks about my company, I want them to be like, wow. Like, can you believe every time they show up, the truck is clean? The mowers are clean. When I walk outside and see somebody working at B&B, they wave to me and they say hi and they smile. That is to me, that's what true success is. And to me, that's my goal for 2020 or 2021, I mean, is running a truly successful company. Like, there's no number attached to that. There's no number of crews attached to that. There's no income number attached to that. It's my image and sort of a legacy, but it's what do people say about the business when they're not in front of you, and I think it's good things, and I hope it's good things, but I want to further that even more. Like, that's my goal. So I don't really, I feel like this is the first year of my life where I don't have like a materialism thing attached to my goals. And I really don't even have an income number attached to it. It's not like I want to profit $180,000 this year. Like, it's not even that. And I think this could help a lot of people, because I think a lot of people's happiness is around reaching some sort of materialistic goal. And so the point of that story is that truly successful person, though they might have the car, they might have the house, the thing is they have to walk that walk year after year after year, day after day after day to get to that point. Like, I feel like a lot of people, and I fall into this trap as well. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like we just want the awesome things, but we don't want to walk the walk to get those things. Like, my goal is like, how do I get to a point where I'm on the road to get to that point? Like some of us aren't even on the road to get there. We're over here on detour land, where maybe we just need to veer back and get on the right road to get to those types of success and goals. And I think this year, like, with the way the economy is just up and down, it's like, oh, we're going to go into this crazy recession. Zoom, everything comes back, and it's like, what? We're in this crazy world where we're actually like the stock market. If it kind of plays in, it kind of is a mirror of what the economy's like. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with that, but I think a lot of people look at the stock market to see how the overall economy is. And I'm not saying I believe that, but I think that's what happens a lot of the time. And we're actually, like, the stock market's actually up more than it was before the whole pandemic thing. Like, before the crash per se in March, we're actually above where we were at the beginning of all this. So it's kind of crazy. I think it's kind of inflated a little bit right now, but that's a whole separate conversation. But I think with all these crazy up and downs, you have no, like, I mean, one person's like, oh, this is no big deal, it's going to pass, the economy's great, we're going to have a booming next 5-10 years or whatever. And some people are like, man, wow, it happened way too fast. Like, something's coming still down the pipeline. I don't know. I'm on the more optimistic side. And hey, in March, I was really fearful of what the economy was going to have. I have never been in business during a economic recession, but I can imagine it's not pretty, and I've done a lot of research about it, and it's not very pretty. But I think we're on a good track. I think 2021 is going to be incredible. I think it's all about what you make it. Here's the thing. You're only hearing, like if you're following the news or Facebook or any of that, you're only hearing about the people that aren't making it through the year. Like the people that aren't working, they got laid off, and they're just like, where's my money? But the people that took charge killed it this year. Like, I hate to tell you, man, like, so like around Christmas time, like I said, I get like looking back on the year, did I do absolutely everything I possibly could? Okay. Man, we had an incredible year. And I do believe that I did it. I believe I could do more. I think every one of us could do more, but I believe we had a extremely solid year. The people that really put their nose down and just cut out all the stuff in the world killed it this year. I mean, if you were in contracting, lawn care, landscaping, like anything, and you had a worse year than you did in the previous couple, something is up. Okay, you need to go back to the drawing board and figure out what happened. I'm just going to be honest with you. I truly believe that. And I know that could be harsh. That could be hard for you. I know it was a weird, wacky year, but I truly believe that. I don't know one person in this industry or any industry that's even kind of closely related with it that said, man, I suffered this year. I just don't know it. I don't know if that your finances are off. I don't know if your marketing's off, your business strategy's off, your business image is off. I don't know, but you need to spend the winter and figure it out, because I do believe that we're going into an incredible economy, that there is a lot of money to be made. There's so much money in this world, guys. It's just absolutely incredible. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're listening to this, you have a lawn care company, you're an entrepreneur, okay? Guys, there's nobody telling you how much money you can make, okay? Like I'm saying, like if you work just a 9-to-5 job, you have a cap. You have a limit. When you own a lawn care company or just any company, you have no limit, okay? Like I just want you to change that mindset. I really do, man. Like, I want you to do this. So if you guys are, if you need to go back to the board and say, hey, how can I take this to the next level? I have 2 tips. They're kind of time consuming. Go to LMN, okay? Set up an account, and we work with LMN, so this, it can help you. I'm telling you, like these softwares were built for companies to be better, okay? Set up, they have an incredible budgeting tool. Set up a budget, and then what I did is a little bit of motivation is I set up a separate budget and inflated the numbers as if I was a bigger company. And it kind of told me like what my pricing should be, and it kind of just gave me some inspiration and some information of like, this is what you need to be charging and allocating money towards to be this kind of company, you know, to take it from a, maybe a couple $100,000 company to $1 million company or a $2 million company. Because like I said, you have to walk the walk. Walk the walk. You have to walk the walk before you can be there. Like you don't just snap your fingers and you're this ultra successful company. You know, you have to do things, man. And part of that is getting down and dirty with the numbers and finding out what you need to do to get there, to get on that road. And I truly believe that, man. It helped my business incredibly just to know what's going on in your business. Like sometimes it just feels like you get a bunch of money in and you send a bunch of money out and you're just like, what is going on in my business? Like sometimes you feel like you're just along for the ride, when you need to be in the driver's seat, baby. You need to take control. That's what 2021 is about. That's crazy to think about. So what else is happening? So we're going back to the drawing board with probably our budget, do a yearly budget and figure out, what sort of plan can we come up with for the year. Going back to the drawing boards of just the overall, like, take a step back and talk with your spouse and yourself. What goals do you have for the year? That's what we're going to do now. We are taking a short little break here, maybe for a couple days here around Christmas time, but I work. Here's another thing. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'll be honest with you. The past couple years, I have just saved up a winter fund, which is great. I highly suggest it through the whole year. You budget it each month for winter, starting in the springtime when you start getting paid and make money. I have kind of saved up a winter budget, a winter fund, and felt like I deserved a break in the wintertime. And I would just live off of this winter fund and relax. Man, I work hard all year, all season long. In the summer, in the heat, I work hard. That's not my belief anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to touch my winter fund at all. At all. I just don't. And I don't believe that you have to. Like, find winter. I believe, and I heard this quote from somebody, and I really wish I knew who. And it's so correct in our business. The money is made in the wintertime. What do you mean, Blake? I mean that if you just expect to wake up on March 1st and your business is ready to run, it's not going to happen. That's not how it works. Like, you need to be right now, late December, early January, the season's starting. And so what do I mean by that is it's time to get customers in line, or at least starting. Mine's normally around February is when I start, getting everybody back on a schedule and things like that to get ready to start mowing, late March, early April. It's time to plan out the year. It's really not time to sit around. And with me, I have tried to, or I have created separate streams of income to help us in the wintertime, so we don't have to touch that winter fund. And I think that's really, really important. And I think that's how you grow your business, because if you don't touch the winter fund, then you have money in the springtime, and then you can propel your business even further. And also, if you don't come up with a plan in the wintertime, in the summertime, you're running crazy. And sometimes you're so micro-focused on that moment that you can't look at the big picture. So wintertime is all about looking at the big picture and seeing where you want to go and how to get there. So, I hope that helps. I know some of this is like, what are you talking about? And some of it's so like, stepped back a few steps and looking at business in a separate way. But I just felt obligated for this, because myself included, and I feel like a lot of people are like, what are your goals? And it's always like, oh, maybe get a new truck this year, or a new mower and some new trimmers. And it's like, all that's awesome. It helps you make money, which is great. But we need to take a step back and say, what's your actual goals and aspirations with your company? Mine is to start a second mowing crew. It's to make more money, baby. I mean, that, like, to be honest with you, and that's how you do it. I want to get into fertilizing, but I feel like sometimes us that love equipment, we get so focused on what new equipment we want and this and that, and it's like, that's all part of it, but what goals do we want for our company? So I want an image that when I'm not in the room, people talk about. Like, I always give this example, like somebody that, like you're talking to somebody and they're like, oh, my brother works at, he's an engineer at Boeing. You're like, wow, like that's a great company. Or like Amazon, like corporate Apple or Amazon or something. You're like, those are great companies. You know, anytime Amazon gets brought up, you're like, how in the world are they delivering this many, you know, packages to people all the time, always in one day? It's always like pretty much perfect, you know? I don't know, you know, in your market, you can be that. Okay. You can always have that clean truck, the clean equipment. You can always smile and wave. This stuff costs nothing, you know, but it really makes an impression on your customers and on people in general. So that's it, guys. Happy holidays if you guys are listening to this in real time, watching this in real time. I appreciate you. We've had an incredible year. That's kind of wrapping it up for the year. So 2020, what a weird year. Craziness, crazy. But it's over, man. Focus on 2021. Focus on your goals and dreams. It's time to move on, baby. It's time to move on and make some money. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast video that's on YouTube, and we'll catch you next time, guys. Have a great Christmas and a great 2021.
Thank you for listening to the B&B Lawn Care Podcast. We hope you got some golden nuggets that you can implement into your lawn and landscaping business. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure and leave us a 5-star review. Connect with us on all social media platforms by searching at BB Lawn Care KC. Keep grinding, keep striping, and stay positive out there, friends.